I'm looking for a way to manifest my existential despair.
No offense, but you're already pretty gloomy.
I think I can do better.
This is the 4th funeral I've been to this month.
An outrageous called having a social life.
Norman?
Madeline? We dated before Eileen.
It's a wonder that neither of us got hurt.
What are you talking about? I was constantly pulling one muscle or another. Boy, oh boy, what a great funeral.
Michael, without giving anything away, how would you set up the 2nd season now? Where is he at?
Well, in the 2nd season, he's a little concerned because he just arrives, and Norman, who lost his wife Eileen in the 1st season, is packing her goods up and beginning his new chapter in his life, in Norman's life. And I think he's focused so much of his energy and attention on his best friend the 1st season and the loss of his wife. And now in the 2nd season, it's time that Chuck Lorre, our creator, our writer, our savior, has Sandy dealing with a little more problems, both financially, in his teaching school, and medically, you know. So I think it's gonna be a difficult season for Sandy.
Dad, I've been seeing someone.
Oh.
He's older than me.
What? 10 years?
Closer to your age.
Hi, I'm Martin.
Jesus Christ, Mindy.
You know what? You two have a lot in common.
Sure, we both dodged polio. He did, didn't he?
These are 2 things that you can relate to, even though the financial problems are way, way, way in your past, but you did not grow up with Kirk's money when you went to New York, right?
Right.
I mean, how was your life then?
Well, I was, my life was good. After New York, I went to college in California, went back to New York. I had a one room, and I say one room with a roommate. My roommate was Danny DeVito. And we were friends in New York, and you were working off Broadway. Because I had sort of grown up as a hippie in school in the 60s, money was not as important as it seemed to be today. It was not the be-all and the end-all. So we were happy in the life I was living, and then was fortunate enough to have been seen in a few off-Broadway shows, and I got a television CBS Playhouse, which brought me up to California, and voila. But I think I benefited from my mother remarrying a lovely man who really was my surrogate dad, and growing up not in Hollywood, but growing up on the East Coast, which I think helped me keep some other values other than Hollywood.
Hi, Daddy.
There's somebody who will be joining us.
Oh.
We were recently reconnected.
I can't tell you how happy I am that you found each other again.
I'm sorry, I can't do this.
Sweetheart, you just have to give it time and a little trust.
My mother and I had nothing but trust. You don't understand because you didn't have to go through this.
Get over it.
You only have 2 women in your life, and you managed to chase them both away.
Why do I bother talking to you?
Who else you got?
Here.
And it's interesting, you started your career as actors did at that time in television. You did 5 seasons of The Streets of San Francisco. And then you didn't do television forever, only films. And do you feel like this has come full circle and the change in what we think of television now?
Yeah, it's come full circle, but at a great time. Because streaming is really a phenomenon. I mean, streaming has allowed so much more work for so many actors and producers and writers and directors, just everybody. There's just so much more going on. And at this time in streaming I'm doing a half-hour comedy. One episode could be 25 minutes long, another episode could be 40 minutes long. It doesn't matter. There's no broadcasting standards. I can say anything I want, talk about anything I want, and there's no commercials. So it's a fantastic medium. It's also brought together both film and television. People can crisscross, much easier for film people now to come do television through streaming and vice versa.